Hi, grade 2. Good morning and welcome to our class. So, for our Bible subject, the title of our story is Joseph Marries Mary. Okay? So, now let's proceed with our story. Mary's home! Mary's home! Mary's home again, called the neighbors to one another. And the words reached Joseph as he worked in his carpenter shop. He smiled, he laid aside his tools, and went to see Mary. Mary looked well and happy. Joseph wanted to know all about her visit to Elizabeth. During those, how many months Mary stayed to Elizabeth? That's right, 3 months. And Mary told him all the things that had happened. And Joseph, that same angel, appeared to me, said Mary to Joseph. He said that I was to be the mother of God's son, and that I should name the baby Jesus. And in 6 months, he will be born. I pray that God will help you to understand and believe that what I was saying is true. And Joseph was troubled when Mary told him the news. Had an angel, so he's thinking, had really an angel spoken to Mary? Was she really be to be a mother of the great Messiah? How could this be? Maybe he shouldn't marry Mary. One night, when Joseph was asleep, an angel came to him in a dream. Joseph, don't be afraid to marry Mary. God has done miracle for her, and the baby will be God's own son. You shall call his name Jesus, for he will save his people from their sins. Remember the prophecy? Behold, a young girl shall bear a son, and they shall call his name, Emmanuel, which means God with us. And Joseph answered, Yes, I do. Mary is that girl, said the angel. Her son will be the Messiah, Emmanuel. Joseph awoke, no longer was he troubled. He knew exactly what to do. So early the next morning, he hurried to Mary's house. He told her about his dream. And he said, Let us not wait any longer. Let's marry right away. I'm ready and I'm so glad, Mary replied. So they got married and they lived in Joseph's house in Nazareth. So that's the end of our story. So now for our memory verse, you can find it in Matthew chapter 1 verse 21. And it says, And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins. Now let's read together. And she shall, ready, go. And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he saved his people from their sins. Now, can you please try to read this one? Ready, go. And thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins. Now, Teacher Bell will remove another one. Ready? Say it. Ready? Go. For he shall save his people from their sins. So this is the last. I will remove the last one. for he shall save his people from their sins. Ready? And she shall, ready, go. Very good. Matthew 1 verse 21. Okay, last I will erase this verse. Ready? And she shall, ready, go. Okay, very good. Now, memorize it because tomorrow we'll have our memory verse recitation. Okay? So, now for our book work, please open your book on page 29. Page 29. Okay? I'll give you time to get your book and open it on page 29. Okay, you are there now? Okay, let's start. But before, I will read the instruction. It says here, write 1 for what happened first, and 2 for what happened next, and so on. And 12 for what happened last. So, number 1 is done for you. There, an angel came to Mary. So, what is the next? The baby should be named Jesus, or the angel told Mary she would have a baby? Okay, after the number 1 is an angel came to Mary. So after that one, what is the next thing that happened? The angel told Mary she would have a baby, or the baby should be named Jesus. So write number 2 or number 3. Where is the number 2, the next one that happened? And write number 3 for the last one. Okay, done? Now, let's go to the next, for this one, so next, for the 4, 5, and 6, okay? So, you are going to write number 4. Which one happened first? Elizabeth was glad to see Mary. Mary went to Elizabeth. Or Elizabeth stayed for 3 months, okay? Oh, Mary stayed 3 months in Elizabeth's house. Okay, so which one happened first? Write number 4, and then number 5, and then number 6. Okay, done? Now, let's go to 7, 8, 9. Okay, I will read. Mary came back from Elizabeth's house. Joseph was troubled, and Mary talked to Joseph about baby Jesus. So, what happened first? Write number 7, and then number 8, and then number 9. Okay? Done answering? Now, let's go to 10, 11, and 12. So, which one happened first, the second, and the last? Okay? Joseph and Mary got married. An angel talked to Joseph in a dream, or Joseph was not worried anymore. So, which one is number 10? The first one that happened. And then the second, write number 11. And the last thing that happened, write number 12. Okay po? So, if you are done, you can pause this video. And for those who are finished, please write our memory verse below. Okay? Please write our memory verse below. What is our memory verse? And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus, for he shall save his people from their sins. Matthew 1 verse 21. Please write it there. Once you are done writing, so you are going to, again, for your assignment, you are going to memorize the memory verse and take a picture of page 29 and send it in our class dojo. Thank you everyone, and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye!